title screen, Common Food and Nutrition Myths, the tangled web of what we think we know. What if I told you that much of what guides your daily food choices is built upon a foundation of whispers, half-truths, and corporate conjurings? Welcome to the mysterious world of food and nutrition myths, a realm where scientific facts become distorted through the prism of marketing, tradition, and our own desperate desire for simple answers in a complex nutritional landscape. I'm your guide on this journey through the labyrinth of nutritional misconceptions. Today, we'll peel back the layers of some of the most pervasive food myths that have taken root in our collective consciousness. Image, ancient food-related artwork with modern advertising overlaid nutrition myths are particularly fascinating because they touch something so primal, our relationship with food. Unlike distant scientific concepts, these beliefs influence decisions we make multiple times every day. The mystery deepens when we realize how resistant these myths are to correction. Like shadows that refuse to be illuminated, they persist despite contrary evidence. Why? Because they often contain a kernel of truth, wrapped in layers of misunderstanding and seasoned with our own cognitive biases. Image, social media posts about nutrition with question marks. These nutritional narratives emerge from a curious amalgamation of sources. Ancient cultural wisdom passes through generations like whispered secrets. Marketing departments craft compelling stories to sell products. And now, social media accelerates the spread of both wisdom and folly at unprecedented speeds. Our brains, evolved to find patterns and quick solutions, eagerly consume simple nutritional rules in a world of overwhelming food choices. We're primed to remember dramatic claims rather than nuanced science. After all, this food is poison, creates a more permanent neural imprint, then this food may contribute to increased risk factors in certain populations under specific conditions. Image, various carbohydrate-rich foods with dramatic lighting. Let's begin our myth-busting journey with carbohydrates. Perhaps no macronutrient has been so thoroughly demonized in recent decades. The myth that carbs are inherently fattening echoes through gym conversations and diet books alike. Yet, this belief crumbles under scientific scrutiny. Carbohydrates are simply one of 3 macronutrients, alongside proteins and fats. The mystery isn't in the carbohydrate itself, but in its quality, quantity, and your body's unique response. Whole food carbohydrates like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are associated with lower weights and better health outcomes in countless studies. The true culprits in weight gain are excessive calories from any source and ultra-processed foods, which often contain refined carbs, but that's correlation, not causation. Image, children eating sugar with split screen of calm and hyperactive behavior. Another perplexing myth surrounds children and sugar. Sugar causes hyperactivity. Parents have observed this apparent phenomenon for generations. Serve cake at a birthday party, and chaos ensues. The enigma deepens when we examine the scientific evidence. Multiple double-blind studies show children's behavior doesn't differ whether they consume sugar or a placebo. The true sorcery at work? Expectation and context. Birthday parties, holidays, and other high-sugar occasions are also exciting, stimulating events. Parents who believe in the sugar hyperactivity connection are more likely to perceive normal childhood energy as unusual when sugar is consumed. Image, clock showing nighttime with food silhouettes. The shadows of night bring another persistent myth. Eating late at night causes weight gain. This belief weaves together timing and metabolism in a seemingly logical narrative. Yet the body's metabolic processes reveal a more complex truth. Your metabolism doesn't shut down at sunset like a neighborhood shop. While circadian rhythms do influence metabolic function, the fundamental equation remains unchanged. Total calories consumed versus expended determines weight changes. Late-night eating correlates with weight gain because night eaters often consume additional calories beyond their daily needs, not because of the hour itself. Image, detox, products with mysterious aura effects. Perhaps no nutritional concept is wrapped in more mystical language than detoxification. The allure of cleansing rituals and purification has captivated humans across cultures and centuries. The captivating myth that detox diets cleanse your body of toxins sells countless products and programs. But here lies the essential riddle. Our bodies are already equipped with sophisticated detoxification systems. Your liver, kidneys, lungs, digestive system, and even skin work constantly to filter, process, and eliminate unwanted substances. The true toxicology science remains hidden from most detox marketers, who rarely specify which toxins their products remove or through what mechanisms. Image, protein supplements with question marks. Moving from carbs to protein, we encounter equally enchanting myths. Everyone needs protein supplements, a belief that transforms powders and bars into essential daily rituals for many. The reality is less commercially convenient. Most people in developed countries consume adequate or excessive protein through food alone. The average adult needs roughly 0.8 g of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, easily achieved through ordinary eating. Even athletes and weight trainers typically need just 1.2 to 2 g/kg, often obtainable through food. The supplement industry thrives not on necessity, but convenience, clever marketing, and our culture's protein obsession. Image, raw versus cooked eggs with protein molecule models. Speaking of protein, the raw egg-drinking athlete is a cultural icon from Rocky to fitness influencers. The myth that raw eggs build more muscle persists despite contradicting evidence. The biochemical truth reveals an opposite reality. Cooking eggs denatures their proteins, making them more digestible and bioavailable. Your body can utilize approximately 91% of protein from cooked eggs versus 51% from raw eggs. Additionally, raw eggs carry salmonella risk that heat destroys. This myth exemplifies how visual cultural imagery can override scientific understanding. Image, vitamin C supplements and common cold visuals. The myth that vitamin C prevents colds has transformed a beneficial nutrient into a perceived magical shield against illness. Americans spend over $40 annually on vitamin C supplements, based largely on this belief. Image, supplement bottles with dramatic lighting. The supplement industry itself rests upon another pervasive myth. Supplements are necessary for optimal health. This belief transforms vitamins from occasional interventions for specific deficiencies into daily necessities. The scientific narrative tells a different story. For most healthy adults eating varied diets, supplements provide little to no benefit and occasionally cause harm. The exceptions prove the rule. Pregnant women need folate. Vegans benefit from B12. Vitamin D may help those with limited sun exposure. The supplement industry's growth relies not on widespread deficiencies, but on our deep desire for health insurance in pill form, a magical thinking that connects swallowing a capsule with guaranteeing wellness. Image, 8 glasses of water with question marks. Perhaps no hydration advice is more universally accepted than everyone needs 8 glasses of water daily. This seemingly precise recommendation has become nutritional gospel. Yet this crystalline certainty dissolves under scrutiny. The Institute of Medicine recommends approximately 3.7 liters, 15.5 cups, for men and 2.7 liters, 11.5 cups, for women. But crucially, this includes all fluids from beverages and food. Vegetables, fruits, soups, and even coffee count toward hydration. More mysteriously still, individual needs vary dramatically based on activity, climate, health conditions, and body size. The wisdom lies not in counting glasses, but in listening to thirst and observing urine color nature's own hydration indicators. Image, coffee cup with water droplets in artistic arrangement. Coffee lovers have been haunted by the myth that coffee dehydrates you. This belief transforms a beloved morning ritual into a potential threat to hydration status. The liquid truth is far more compelling. While caffeine has mild diuretic properties, the water in coffee more than compensates. Research shows moderate coffee consumption, up to 4 cups daily, hydrates similarly to water. Habitual coffee drinkers develop tolerance to caffeine's diuretic effect, further diminishing any dehydrating potential. This myth illuminates how isolated physiological effects, caffeine's diuretic properties, can lead to misleading conclusions about whole foods and beverages. Image, sports drinks with athletes in shadow forms. The perception that sports drinks are necessary during exercise has transformed colorful, flavored beverages into essential equipment for even casual exercisers. The scientific perspective reveals a more discerning reality. For workouts under an hour, water is typically sufficient. Sports drinks benefits replacing electrolytes and providing quick carbohydrates become relevant primarily during intense exercise exceeding 60 to 90 minutes. For the average gym-goer, these drinks often provide unnecessary calories and excess sodium. This myth exemplifies how products developed for extreme conditions, prolonged, intense athletic performance, become normalized for everyday use through clever marketing. Image: alkaline water bottles with pH scale. Few modern hydration trends are as mystifying as alkaline water, with claims ranging from cancer prevention to anti-aging. The myth that alkaline water offers health benefits demonstrates our susceptibility to pseudoscientific language. The chemical reality reveals an almost alchemical twist. Your stomach produces hydrochloric acid with a pH around 2, immediately neutralizing any alkaline water consumed. Furthermore, your body maintains blood pH within an extremely tight range, 7.35 to 7.45, through sophisticated buffering systems. No credible evidence supports alkaline water's health claims. This illustrates how basic scientific principles are often overlooked in nutritional discourse, particularly when marketing leverages our limited understanding of chemistry. Image: organic foods with certification labels. The belief that organic food is always healthier transforms a farming method into a perceived health guarantee. This myth appeals to our sense that natural must equal better. The agricultural reality tells a more complex tale. Organic standards regulate production methods, not nutritional content. Systematic reviews show organic produce contains similar nutrients to conventional, with slightly higher antioxidants and lower pesticide residues, but no proven health outcome differences. An organic cookie remains a treat, not a health food. This myth reveals how production values, environmental, ethical, become conflated with personal health impacts. Image: MSG crystals with Asian food and question marks. Few food additives have been as thoroughly demonized as monosodium glutamate, MSG. The myth that MSG is dangerous has particularly affected Asian cuisine perception. The scientific verdict presents an unexpected reversal. Despite decades of research, no conclusive evidence shows MSG causes Chinese restaurant syndrome or other harms at typical consumption levels. MSG is simply the sodium salt of glutamic acid, an amino acid abundant in tomatoes, cheeses, and many foods. The FDA and global health organizations classify it as generally recognized as safe. This myth's persistence reveals how easily cultural biases and nocebo effects can override scientific consensus. Image: Natural V's lab-created products in comparative display. The word natural holds almost magical power in food marketing. The myth that natural means healthier allows products from natural potato chips to natural soda to command premium prices. The definitional reality shatters this illusory association. Natural lacks standard regulatory definition in most countries. Arsenic, botulinum toxin, and deadly mushrooms are entirely natural. This myth exploits the naturalistic fallacy, our cognitive bias assuming natural things are inherently good, while synthetic things are inherently suspicious, and reveals the power of language to shape our perception of food quality. Image: spectrum of processed foods from minimally to ultra-processed. The final myth we'll explore today is the blanket belief that all processed foods are unhealthy. This perspective transforms an entire food category into a monolithic villain. The processing reality reveals shades of gray where many see black and white. Processing spans a vast spectrum from minimal washing, cutting to ultra-processing, multiple ingredients, additives, industrial methods. Frozen vegetables, whole grain bread, and yogurt are all technically processed, yet nutritionally valuable. Research shows negative health associations specifically with ultra-processed foods, not all processed foods. This nuance matters for practical eating in modern life. Image: person examining food with magnifying glass surrounded by question marks as we conclude our journey through nutritional misconceptions. Remember that myths persist not because people are foolish, But because nutrition is genuinely complex, constantly evolving, and deeply personal, the most powerful tool against nutritional misinformation isn't another set of rigid rules, but developing your own critical thinking skills. Ask for evidence. Consider sources. Look for scientific consensus rather than single studies. And perhaps most importantly, be wary of nutrition claims that provoke strong emotional reactions. Fear, hope, and identity are powerful motivators that often cloud our rational assessment. In our next lecture, we'll explore common technology myths that similarly shape our modern lives in unexpected ways. Until then, question everything, even what I've told you today, and let curiosity be your guide through the fascinating labyrinth of science.